Hey guys, so I just wanted to share some thoughts compounding onto last video about finding miracles in the mundane, and particularly today I just want to discuss my feelings and thoughts and things that I've been having on some things that are going around in the world. So I'll just share my experience last night with you, and I was getting done from playing basketball, and I was just driving home and just thinking about how few people were at the gym because of the threat of the coronavirus, or the potential threat, the fear. And all of a sudden I was just thinking of it, and this little thought clicked into my brain and got a little reminder from Spirit. And this right now what we're going through is Lent. So if you're Catholic, Lent is typically the time that you really, if you're a Catholic, you just restrict something for 40 days. But really the representation of Lent is to demonstrate the struggles and turmoils that Jesus went through in the 40 days and 40 nights that he was in the desert facing the devil. Now, unfortunately, the devil isn't real for those of you who are Christian and are watching this. The devil is an idea, is an aspect of your own psyche, is an aspect of you, is the ego. In Buddhism is the Mara. In Hinduism is Maya and avidya combined. So it's an illusion. It's the aspect of ourselves that is necessary in the form of we have to understand who we are as physical beings. But it causes us to forget the aspects of ourselves and the depths of ourselves and the truth of who we are, which is consciousness, which is spirit, which is God. So Jesus went into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and what did Jesus do? He faced his fears. He went inward and he faced all of the aspects of himself that were no longer necessary for his spiritual progress, evolution, and his purpose. And to me, this all came to me real quick in my, those little moments where it just goes boop, 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 boop. And so I just thought, what an auspicious time for a virus to show up. And I thought to myself, is the coronavirus forcing us all to become enlightened? In this time period, in the time of Lent, in the time of when Jesus spent his 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, faced his own fears, we have this threat of this unseen force. Not many of us have seen it. There have been a few that have seen it, meaning that, the people that have experienced the virus, doctors and nurses who've experienced it, but a lot of us, for the general public, we have not seen it. We haven't seen it. We've seen the flu. We've experienced the flu, but we haven't seen it. So, and then you have the news, of course, that just wants to freak us out and scare us even further. Sometimes it seems like they want to protect us, but really we just gotta wash our hands and stop touching our faces. And anyways, I'll get to that later. But, so yeah, so in this time that we're supposed to be cleansing ourselves of our fears, of our inner demons, this virus has forced us to face those fears. And a lot of that fear being our own mortality. The fear of death, the fear of the unknown. What will this virus look like if I get it? Will it kill me? If you're under 50 years old, it's highly unlikely that it will kill you. It's very unlikely. Just a little bit more than the flu, I believe, 0.2% a few days ago. So, but as you get older and you start to age, it progressively becomes harder for you to survive it. But that's neither here nor there. It's the fear. It's that this virus is forcing us, because we're in this new energy form right out of Mercury retrograde, but the Earth is continuing to transition into this fifth dimensional space. The fifth dimensional space is a higher frequency than our third dimension, in which fear was allowed to reign free. This fifth dimensional space is a place necessary where those fears must be understood and let go of. And so it correlates with the enlightenment of Jesus, if we look at it that way. Buddha's story is very similar. When he gained enlightenment, he was underneath the Bodhi tree for 43 or 37, I can never remember, around 40 days and 40 nights. And what happened? He had his experience with Mara, the demon of illusion. And I've talked about in the other videos. And if you want to look up videos of Buddha's enlightenment, you'll learn that he had this experience where he had to face his greed, he had to face his lust pretty much, and he had to face his fear. And so here we are moving into this fifth dimensional space where love must reign and it's almost like that this virus is forcing us to face those fears, to move us into that fifth dimensional space for us to gain our enlightenment. And what is enlightenment? It's purely the undoing of illusion. It is the embodiment of light. It is the understanding that I am both the observer of the play and the main character of the play. That's what our enlightenment is. It's the embodiment of love. It's the embodiment of light. It's you holding love. Love and light are the same. It's you holding that true to your core in your heart. Meaning, you're feeling love. That's your dominant vibrational feeling. You wake up and you feel love. You feel joy. You feel gratitude. That is the fifth dimensional space. It's a space where we're beginning to see manifestations taking place much more quickly. Manifestations take place almost simultaneously in this space. If you've noticed that, your thoughts begin to manifest your experience much quicker. I've noticed it personally. I hope you start taking note of it for yourselves. But yeah, so just some thoughts that I was having. Instead of us being so afraid, I like in the movie After Earth, Will Smith says, he's talking to his son, he says, fear is an illusion. Danger is very real, but fear is an illusion. It's an experience of your mind. Fear is purely an experience of your mind based upon the potential outcomes that you see happening. So again, enlightenment, when we are enlightened, hopefully, we're experiencing the world in present moment freshness, as Anthony DeMilo, as he would say. We are experiencing the world in present moment freshness. And we are aware of all the beauty that is before us, is within us. If fear reigns freely, chaos ensues. And that's what's happening. We're all in chaos. People are freaking out. They're buying up all the toilet paper, which is hilarious. But we're, like in Reno, there's 450,000 people and there's 2 cases of it. Yet everyone is panicked. And obviously there's been more exposure, but that's not what I want to talk about. But 2 out of 450,000 is pretty good odds. And yet we're all in fear. Afraid we're going to get it. I want to leave you with this. There's a few things that we can control, and that's what you should be focusing on. Not what you cannot control, but you can control. This is 5th dimensional awareness, right? What can I do in my very life that I can control? You can control your thoughts. Maybe not control them, but you can direct them. You can choose to think specific thoughts, which, based on all the videos you've watched already, you know that when you choose thoughts that are in alignment with Source, with God, your emotions are then shifted as well. So you then can say, I can control my thoughts and my emotions. You can also control your behaviors. You can control drinking lots of water. You can control exercising daily. You can control eating lots of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, getting a lot of vitamins and minerals in your body. You can control your sleeping patterns, your sleeping habits, sleeping enough. Going along with thoughts, you can control your stress levels, because stress is a response to thought. It's not a response to real danger. When you're in your car getting annoyed, there's no real danger. Well, there is danger, but there's no danger from that person who you're getting road raged at. That's a thought based upon your perception of their actions, which then creates stress. So all these behavioral things, and what else? That's it. Oh, and you can meditate. You can control if you meditate or not. All of these factors influence your immune health. When your immune system is at its ultimate functioning level, you remain healthy for realistically the entirety of your life, because your immune system is able to recognize a foreign invader and take care of business. Your immune system is killing, I don't know how many cancer cells a day, but your immune system is killing cancer cells every single day. These white blood cells, with consciousness, finding cells that are abnormal and killing them, finding bacteria, finding viruses, finding things that are not healthy. We have positive bacteria, but things that it's recognizing as a foreign invader, it's taking care of business. So that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts. So yeah, I want you to think about that, though. This is your homework. This is your call to action. Meditate and see where you are emotionally. Or just take a few minutes and breathe and see, where am I emotionally? Am I in a fear state? And what is this fear teaching me? Is the fear teaching you that, I don't know, really, I don't know. What is the fear teaching you? That's your own answer to come up with. But you'll know if you're disconnected from your source, from God, when you are feeling fearful. The thoughts that you are now thinking are not in alignment with what God is thinking of this same exact situation. So, trying to put it all together, contemplate for yourselves if you're moving into that fifth dimensional space and you're awakening and you're moving towards enlightenment, or if you're remaining in that fear state, in that third dimensional space, heavy, grounded, chained, bound. Those are the feelings of third dimension. So, yeah, that's my call to action really is focus on the things that you can control in your life, your behaviors, your thoughts, your words. And do your best. And in the end, if you get sick, you get sick. You stay healthy, you stay healthy. But in the end, it's all for your spiritual progress. And if you can maintain alignment with Source, with God, with your inner being, I can guarantee that you will stay healthy, that you will be much healthier, much, much, much healthier than where you ever were when you were feeling fearful and not in alignment. Ooh, the wind. The wind agrees. Alright, that's enough rambling for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this fear is inspiring within you a change. That's it. Recognize that change and go with it. Not towards fear, towards love. Always towards love. Alright. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.